Welcome, Pisces, to the Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm going to be your oracle and spiritual guide and yoga teacher for the month of July 2025. This will be a forecast, a reading that is relevant to you if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Pisces. My sun sign is Pisces. My rising sign is Scorpio. Libra, Scorpio, cusp, but I tend to identify with Scorpio much more. Pisces. Before I begin your reading, I just want to tell you what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Usually I have about 2 weeks between these forecasts to do other things. And the other thing that I was doing for the last 2 weeks is uploading a tremendous amount of yoga, because I have changed the name of the channel from Ava's Temple of Consciousness to Ava's Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. I wanted to give yoga an equal billing because, as you may know, I have been dislodged, dislocated, uprooted from Florida, where I'd been teaching yoga publicly on a beautiful crystalline beach called Siesta Key Public Beach for 15 years. And then we had 2 hurricanes, and that ended that job, that work, as well as it took my house away, my car away, my cat away as well. So I decided to relocate here on the big island of Hawaii. And I've found a off-grid sanctuary, in effect, where I'm very happy and very almost astonished at my fortune, at my good fortune, after having such bad fortune, that I should find such an idyllic place, at least idyllic for me. I have all the solitude, peace, and tranquility that I could ask for. And this also allows me to do my yoga here in my home, at my home. I have a beautiful lanai where I film now my classes, my sessions, my yoga sessions. I teach many styles of yoga, but the one I prefer, the one that gives me the greatest joy, is yin yoga, a yoga that allows me to move fluidly with the rhythm, the beat, the inspiration of the music. And so I've created many sessions now. They're all up on my channel, and they're all free for the moment, because I'm crowding out. There are so many that I'm going to put them on Patreon fairly soon, and you can join there for a very small monthly fee. I haven't decided what yet, maybe $5, $6, $7, I don't know, a month. And then you'll be able to view all my videos, all my yoga sessions. But the ones that I create each day will be presented to you for free. Maybe for a period of time. I haven't decided quite how long, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, up to a month. And then I'll post them up to Patreon. Now, I've been teaching yoga all my life. So many of the sessions may be beyond your level of flexibility, strength, and endurance. I'm 73. I've never paused for any significant time in my yoga practice. So I am very flexible, very strong. And so I don't want you to be intimidated. Please, just give it a try. And you'll see that your progress will even surprise you. If you do a session 2 or 3 times a week, the amount of progress that you'll experience will astonish you. So that said, let's start your forecast. Now what I do is I blend together the 2 sister metaphysical arts of astrology and the tarot in order to give us a broader and more in-depth narrative forecast for the month considered. I follow the transits of Venus and Mars exclusively. Therefore, I like simplicity. I feel I can garner more intuitive information from a reading that is very simple. So let's begin. Mars is still in your 7th house, Mars in Virgo. And Mars is a symbol of ambition, drive, action, determination, focus, high energy. And it is now in our, and I'm saying you and I'm a Pisces, it's in our 7th house of relationships. So our relationships are being infused with the energy of Mars. Now it's already been there for a little while, so you might have a taste of what this means. For me, I live out here in the middle of nowhere. There's a few people around me. I can't see them. I can't hear them. And I have yet to really meet a lot of people here. I only moved here last November. So I have some experience of this aspect because it causes a little bit of irritability and maybe even agitation, aggressiveness in relationships. I've noticed that people have been making promises to me, even though I've only met them briefly. I cling to whatever relationship offering I have, but they've never been able to fulfill their promises. And this has caused a little bit of disappointment and upset. So it could be as mild as that to, on the other hand, where your irritability turns into anger or confrontation or conflict. So you must be alert to the possibility of that. But generally speaking, Mars allows you to focus your energy on making your relationships more vital, more dynamic. And of course, if it's talking about a romantic relationship, more sexual. Mars is a symbol of sexuality as well, male sexuality. Venus is about female sexuality. So your relationships are delicate in that you don't want to transgress against your relationship, be that a significant one or even a casual one, as I have now, and to show diplomacy. Pisces are very good with that. In fact, Pisces is a sign that doesn't like conflict. Unlike Scorpio, which is your sister water sign, Scorpios can be rather confrontational. And when they are hurt or in conflict, they, like a scorpion, they may sting you. A Pisces, on the other hand, generally walks away, cries in a corner, or just becomes very sad, disappointed. So if you find yourself doing that, counter that by being more open about how you feel with diplomacy. But your relationships are supercharged in July. Heads up. Forewarned. Now, Venus, on the other hand, is transiting into your fourth house, Gemini. The fourth house is about family and home, about your roots, about your father. Venus is the symbol of love, harmony, peace, tranquility, and money, because it's about what you value, what you truly value. And now the sector of your home and family will be blessed by the goddess of love. On a mundane level, it's about just making your home beautiful. A sanctuary, a place of peace and love and harmony. Beautifying your home in whatever way you have the means or the energy to do. I identify with this very much because this is a new home for me. And I have been attempting to beautify my home already. But I can see how in July I can take this to another level and maybe even start my garden. There's a new tenant on the property who is a rose gardening expert. And I've been receiving deliveries of bunches of roses every morning. A truly blessed event. And I may start a rose garden in July. So that gives you an example of the possibilities. It's also about giving your family your love and attention. Love is about attention. What do you pay attention to? What do you value? and you will value the company of your family, the company of those who mean the most to you, and to show them the deepest love and affection that you can. You'll find ways to express that love in July in ways that perhaps you hadn't thought of before. And also for your home. And also it means possibly good fortune in finance, an increase in your financial well-being. So you have that to look forward to. But again, what we have is a situation in which your deepest relationships may be either in some way disappointing, or you might find conflict in some way. And so make your home a place where you can resolve conflict, where you provide for your family and for your relationships a place of solace, joy, and love. So that is your forecast, your Astro forecast for July. Thank you very much for liking, subscribing, and for viewing my videos. I would appreciate, though, if you would share, because I've lost a lot of subscribers over the last few months due to the crisis that I've been through, where I lost my home and job and everything. And so I'd appreciate some help in that, and messages. You are going to be my closest friends. So I would love it if you would message me, tell me briefly or at length about yourself. It gives me a lot of joy. And so thank you very much for being here. Now please wait for the tarot forecast, which I try to correlate, join to this forecast, so we get a deeper narrative and a better understanding of what may be ahead. So thank you, and I'll see you in the tarot forecast. Welcome, Pisces, to your tarot forecast for the month of July 2024. Pardon me, 25. I guess when you live out here in the middle of nowhere, you lose track of time and practically everything else, which is a blessing. I also would like to mention that I do private and personal readings as well. So you'll find those options in the description box below. By procuring a reading from me, you help maintain my channel. What I do is I try to create a very simple forecast with 4 positions, and I use the weight rider deck. And as you can see, I'm shuffling. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing much better. While I shuffle, I like to think about you. And you Pisces, I'm a Pisces. Certainly I know all about Pisces. All the water signs are very, very sensitive, intuitive, peace-loving, affectionate, emotionally driven. But Pisces is the one of the three signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, that is ultra sensitive. They're so delicate in their feelings. Again, to protect themselves, unlike the sign of Cancer, which builds a sort of hard shell around themselves, around their heart, in order to protect it. Pisces doesn't do that. Pisces simply looks for ways to escape their pain, which is why Pisces can often be vulnerable to addiction, to loneliness, to escapism in all its manifestations. Pisces at their best are the most spiritual of all the signs. They can find refuge in themselves and in the spiritual world. And they are able to live with one foot on earth and one foot in heaven. So, let me take two cards and reverse them so that we have at least some reversals in the deck. And then I'll continue to shuffle so that we get as much randomness as we can. And so just a little more. And this is also the time I ask you to learn how to read for yourself. The tarot has been my best friend for 45 years or more, and I don't know what I would have done without its counsel, its wisdom, and its guidance. So then, what we do is we take the cards and we take a pile of them and we put it beside the first pile. Then we take another pile and we put it beside that pile, and then we, with our left hand, we stack them. And now we're ready. This is a 4-card spread. The first card represents the mood, the overall energetic mood of the month, the theme, the focus of the month. Wow, interesting. Can you see that? That is the 7 of Wands. Here, 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. We have 8 wands in free flight. Nothing obstructs them. They're full throttle ahead. This gives you fire energy. Often, it represents travel through air, movement, a dynamic forward motion in events, in relation. Remember, we have Mars in the 7th house. So this puts a great deal of force and energy into the area of your relationships. It could very well be that you and your partner, your significant other, travel together somewhere. Put your energies together and create a dynamic adventure together. You go on an adventure together. This can also be about the energy that you put into your home and into your family. Maybe you're traveling with your family to a new home. It often does represent a change of domicile, of home. And so you might be moving to a more beautiful location, a more beautiful home. Or you might be traveling with your family somewhere, taking a vacation together that will be experienced as a very sudden and very energetic experience, full of life, full of new experiences together. So now we've got the overall energy of the month is just full of this dynamic, forward-moving energy. And there's nothing impeding you, nothing standing in your way, no obstacles. You make your mind up about something that you want to do with your family or with your significant other, and it's almost done. You have no barriers to the manifestation of your desires. There you go. In the position of what will challenge you specifically for the month, Pisces. Yes. See that? That's the 4 of Wands. We have more fire, but a stable fire. This is your home. See the castle behind these people? And do you see the 4 wands make a sort of entrance, a gateway? Your challenge is to create a home environment that's welcoming to others, that provides a sanctuary for others, for your family, for those whom you care for. It's about creating a stable, beautiful home environment. And you might experience also a beckoning from your work environment, where people are inviting you to join in. So you might be experiencing a work environment that is very inviting, where people are very cooperative, very lovingly joining with you in projects, in work projects. It might be a new work environment that's very pleasant, where people are friendly, and loving. So it's either your home, your work, but the environment is extraordinarily loving, friendly, sweet. There you go. So it's either that you have to create this environment, that's your challenge, or the challenge is to join with people and to unite your energy with theirs and sort of go on the same mission with them. That's your challenge. Now let's see what's unexpected, what the surprise element of the month will be for you Pisces. All right. Major Arcana card. Whoops. Judgment. Judgment. So you come to a very profound decision, judgment. And this decision or judgment opens up a previously closed area of your life. As you can see, we have the archangel blowing a trumpet, which brings this family out of their coffins, out of the dark, out of their confinement. And they raise their arms as if to say, I hear my calling and I'm ready to join the heavenly host. Many of you might be experiencing this on a very profound level, where you get an epiphany, a feeling of suddenly knowing what you have to do. And the inner workings of your personality feel liberated by the meeting of your calling, your purpose, your destiny. So this is a beautiful month so far. Beautiful, full of excitement, adventure, the creating of a lovely atmosphere for your family and for yourself, peace and love. There's a possibility here and there of conflict with your significant other or some relationship, but it doesn't have to be in any way tragic or significant. You can ameliorate all that by pure diplomacy, by bringing your understanding and love to the relationship. Now let's see how it all ends. Wow, all right. More fire. This is very consistent. See that? The King of Wands. The King of Wands is about having control over your passions, using your passion to create wealth, career advancement, and being able to provide for yourself and for your family in a way that is exciting, adventurous. This is the King who's very creative. So your creativity is at its peak. And that creativity will find expression through home, family, and through adventure. Pisces is a very creative sign. But this is the kind of creativity that is very professional. So it's not random. It has purpose. And it will help to bring your professionalism to new heights of inspiration and creativity. So that is our forecast for the month of July. I'm going to enjoy July, that's for sure. I'm here in my home, and I'm going to make it beautiful, and I'm going to make it welcoming to everyone around me. So thank you very much, Pisces, for joining me, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for messaging. And thank you for partaking of my private and personal readings, if you can. There's links below. Namaste. Now please wait for the yoga pose, which follows, and then the yoga mudra, which will bring this reading to a higher level of spiritual understanding and wisdom. Namaste again. Welcome, Pisces, to your pose of the month being July. And when I think about your reading, one of the things that comes to mind is Mars transiting your 7th house. This is very important. It's about your deepest relationships and about the Martian energy, the energy of sexuality, aggression, drive, ambition, flooding into your relationships. So to prepare the body, what we're going to do is we're going to do bridge pose, which enlivens the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd chakra. So what I'd like you to do is to, and I might show you sideways like this. Lay down, put your head down gently, keep your arms at your side, walk the feet in. We pull the hips towards the heels, and we pull the shoulders down and press down into the arms. We take a deep breath. Exhale, we let go. Pressing into the arms and into your feet, you lift your hips up. You pull the crown of the head away from you, pull it back. Tighten the buttocks. This is stage 1. You can keep it at this level if you'd like, keeping the buttocks tight and shifting your weight into your shoulders. We hold. And we breathe slow and deep, tightening the buttocks. You can, of course, release anytime you fatigue, but try to hold for as long as I do, breathing slow and deep through the nose. We then bring the arms underneath us. We turn the hands together, opening up the fingers, lace the fingers together, and bring the elbows in. Shift your weight onto the shoulders and bring the shoulders in closer. Shift in and bring the shoulders in closer. Pressing down into the arms, we elevate the hips and tighten the buttocks. We hold and breathe. Release anytime you fatigue, but if you'd like to follow, we come up on our tiptoes. We walk the arms down a little further, and we elevate the hips, and we continue to hold and breathe. Separate the hands, walk the shoulders out, walk the arms out, put the feet down, and then gently bring the shoulder blades down, bring the rib cage down, bring the back of your waist down, and press the hips down into the ground. Push down into the arms, lift the legs up, fold them into you, releasing, pull the shoulders down. We let go. Wrap your arms around the legs and press the legs into you. Keep the hips flat on the ground. Press in. We hold and breathe. Pressing the hips flat into the ground, pulling the shoulders down, pressing the legs into you, releasing. Let go of your legs, put your hands on your knees, push the legs away from you, place the feet down flat. Put your arms back down, shift your weight over onto one side and bring the elbow up. Then lift yourself up on your elbows and on your hands. Press your chest forward, pull the hips back, place the hips between the arms, fold your legs in front of you. Let me face you. That is the bridge pose, and it will stimulate this area of the body. Thank you. Wait for the Yoga Mudra of the month. Namaste. Welcome, Pisces, to your Mudra of the month. And we have a very exciting month coming up with 3 fire cards. Fire is the symbol of high energy, of creativity. And so it reminded me of the mudra called Fiery Thunderbolt Mudra. This is a beautiful mudra to bring in this high level of creative energy. You can practice it for 7 minutes seated in meditation. You can practice it as frequently during the day as time permits. Use it when you feel your energy is low and you're wanting to pull this fiery energy into you. So extend your hands out. We then take the index finger and we divide it from the rest of the fingers, and then we turn the 3 outer fingers in and touch the tip of the thumb to the middle finger. The index finger points out, the elbows turn out, and here we have Fiery Thunderbolt Mudra. Close your eyes and begin to feel this creative, fiery energy entering into you. Breathe slowly through the nose. We hold. Feel your whole body trembling with the energy of fire. Deep breath. Release that energy. Turn your hands forward and express it out into the world. Share it. Bring your hands to prayer. And bow, saying namaste. Thank you, Pisces, for coming to your Mudra of the month. Use it frequently. Use it when you feel you need the energy. Thank you for joining me. See you next month. Namaste.